Okay, this is going to be a long video with the exterior, so buckle up. The structure of the home faces east, and so we're behind the fence and we're working our way around the house clockwise. Okay. Lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer to the structure than 12 inches. There's some stair-step cracks right here behind the fence between the brick and mortar, and I believe that is we're close to the garage area. I can't see past the fence. This is the master, however, this is the master bathroom kick-out, I suppose. And we've got some wood rot here. We've got high soil conditions right in here, and some wood rot along the other side. Moving up, what we have here is that's the clothes dryer vent, and it's clogged. It's clogged with lint, and you can see the lint around it. A little bit of wood damage forming underneath this kick-out right in here. This right here is a control joint. We expect those. Okay? We know the structure is going to move, as it did there, and hopefully that takes the brunt of it. Now, it's being said, these joints need to be serviced. They need to be looked at every once in a while. That mastic sealer that's in there will dry and shrink. This little roof over the master bathroom window, the apron flashing is coming up here. We're missing, looks like another bathroom window. We're missing a screen. It's PVC drains. We got two air conditioning systems. One's older than the other one. Let's see if I got some notes here. I do. I'm not sure about the age of this one. I think it's about 2014. So we had they last about 14 years. This one over here was 2002, and they last about 14 years. This one's about 11 years old. It's probably original to the house. This one is a little newer. Well, that being said, they're both R410A. They're both for R410A, and this larger one is 4 tons, and the smaller one is 3 tons. These are the water heater discharge, temperature pressure relief valve discharge piping, and they're not supposed to terminate higher from the ground than 6 inches, so they're high. There's either 2 water heaters and we don't have a safety pan, or that's a water heater and a safety pan. Usually the safety pan is a little larger, so I'm not sure about that. These are the disconnects for the condensing units, and they're behind the units, and they should be sealed on the top 3 sides. Another thing that's going on over here, just to jerk you around, see the pitch on these windows? Okay, homeownership 101, all roofs leak. All walls leak, brick is coarse. The idea is we design these to shed water faster than they accept it. So we got pitch here and we got pitch here. Speaking of pitch, but anyway, we got some tattered trim. All walls leak, all roofs leak, right? We're still in the backyard here. We're still okay, you see that right there and right there? I don't know if I can show that to you well enough. Those are called weep holes. This brick is porous. It actually accepts water, and we want to keep the inside dry. So the idea is that they shed water faster than they accept it. Okay. So we have weep holes around the foundation perimeter. That's a good thing. But these, where the windows are surrounded by brick, those are lintels. And there should be weep holes over the lintels, and we do not have weep holes over the lintels. Not sealed, too high. This is a post-tension slab house. There's several different types of post-tensions. I don't know which one it is, but this is a monolithic post-tension type slab. That means that there's cables that run through here that are tightened when the slab dries and makes it, much, much stronger. Well, the cables are supposed to be covered. We're not supposed to have open cable ends like this. So that should have been sealed. Now right here, well, no, that's not it. I got a story for you coming up. No doubt, but that's not the time for it. Okay. Sprinkler heads are too close. Open tension ends. Got a little bit of wood cancer running around the bottom edge. Got a little bit of wood rot in this window. That. It's not good. Not good. Now, this is a bad design. I don't know how you're going to fix this. It just is what it is. But usually when the edge of the flashing comes down off of a wall, it has kick-out flashing, so that the water doesn't run straight down the wall like this. And there's really not a good way to prevent that. They've actually got some foam in here trying to do some doctoring. Over here, we've replaced one of the soffit vents. That's probably a good thing. We got soffit vents. That's the air intake. This lintel does not have weep holes. This piping up here, that piping up there, that's your secondary drain line for your air conditioning system. If you got a problem with drains, the thing is, it's supposed to drain over an obvious location. It's supposed to drain over a window. So that way, if you look out the window and you see the water coming down, you know you've got a problem with your air conditioning system and you can have something done about it. Well, the way this is set up, it drains down here. It goes down this strange design without the kick out. It drains down the wall. You never see it. And while it's draining down the wall, and not just that, everything else, we got some wood damage in here on that vertical wall casement. Right in there. Coming on along. Okay, this is a good one. Well, we've got exposed cable in. When the crack is in the span of a hand and it's going in this direction, that's generally considered a shrinkage crack. Some people call them corner pops. Call it what you will, but that's not a foundation issue. We might have foundation issues. I'm not saying we don't have them, but I'm saying that's not a foundation issue. It might be a brick issue. The cement's always drying. The brick is the only part of your house that'll actually grow, and you'll never be able to measure it. But the qualities, the properties of the brick and the cement are different. They heat and cool differently. They expand and contract differently, depending on the exterior, the weather. So there's supposed to be plastic that runs along the bottom course, the first course of the brick. There's supposed to be a plastic that runs across there. It never gets to the corner. They're moving at different rates, and that cracks. That might be a brick issue. This is a wood house. It might be a brick issue, but it's not this is not a foundation issue. On sprinkler heads too close. Again, we do not have weep holes over the lintels. Wooden chimney chase. We got a little bit of wood rot on the vertical trim board right there. We do not have a kick out right here. And it's not a big area, but you can see that they've been dealing with it. See all the foam in there? They didn't just wake up one day and say, you know what? I got an extra can of foam sitting around. A little bit of rot right in there. This deck, okay, it's got a couple bad, there isn't any ventilation. Wood to ground contact, no ventilation. And then it's been painted. Okay, it was sealed. So what happens when you paint a deck like that is it's like you've encapsulated it. It's like taking a jar and taking the lid off and turning the jar upside down and setting it on the ground, and all the moisture that comes up is going to collect on the bottom side of the jar, on the top side of the jar, and it's going to collect in here. And once it collects in here, this is going to rot prematurely. This step is not dimensionally uniform. It's not dimensionally uniform, so watch out. Help graining up and down it. Cracking and peeling paint. This is a little more wood damage right in there. These exterior light fixtures, they should be sealed. Kind of like the electric disconnects we were just discussing for the air conditioning units. They should be sealed 3 sides so that moisture doesn't get into your wall system and the electrical system. Now, when this home was built, this is probably okay. I don't know. But, you know, these are weather covers, but they're out in the open. So if you're plugging in patio lights, decorative lights, Christmas lights, anything like that, well, now the cover's open. And so if the rain comes, it's, you know, and we do not have GFCI. Do not have GFCI. Let's just do this. It's part of my process. No GFCI on the patio. And we've been painting. We've been painting. See how soft that is? See how soft that is? It's a lot of wood rot in there. All these details. And this siding like this, it really was engineered. Oh, we got a chimney cap. It was really engineered to last about 14 years. I mean, it might last longer. You can take care of things. It might last longer, but, you know, just the age of this stuff. And it's showing it. It's showing it in a lot of different places. A lot of different places. Look at that. Right in there. We're over by the breakfast area, I believe. I could be wrong. But, you know, that's what I'm seeing. This is my first pass. I haven't been inside the house. So we're moving along, okay, because that's the back of the house. What we're calling the west side of the house. It'll be sunny later. That's why I couldn't get any pictures because it's all glaring. Coming along here. Okay, we got erosion all along the north side. Erosion all along the north side. Now fences, they're conducive by design. I guess the deck is conducive by design. But that deck's got enough issues that I just can't yes it off as being by design. After they painted it, it's, you know, it's conducive. Erosion, erosion, erosion along the north side. There's another one of those control joints. Some people call it expansion joints. Call it what you will. We got some rain gutter on this side, which I did not mention, by the way. The condensing units, over there isn't a rain gutter over them. So the rain just falls right down on the condensing units. Rain gutter discharges above grade. Rain gutter discharges too close to the house. It's too close to the house. Moving on along. No, not missing some screens, but some of the screens are a little worse for wear. They're showing signs of their age. It's probably original to the house. It's going to be interesting to find out how much is original to this house. The house isn't that old, so I kind of expect it. Okay. Now this is a better example to tell you what I like to see. Don't like to see. Now, this siding is not supposed to be in direct contact with the roof covering. It's supposed to be about a 2-inch gap, and then when you come down here is that kick-out flashing. Hillbilly home inspections. The kick-out flashing I was talking about goes right there to keep the water from running down the side of the house. Oh, we got a rain gutter. Yeah, we do have a rain gutter, but the butt end of this rain gutter is supposed to be 2 inches away from the wall. 2 inches away from the wall. There's supposed to be a gap there and kick-out flashing there. And the siding, where it's rotting because it's in touch with the roof, shouldn't have been in touch with the roof, and maybe it wouldn't be rotting, or it wouldn't be rotting so much. It'd last longer, that's for sure. Coming on along. The front, we got some stonework up here at the front. It's nice portico. Nice portico. I like to say good things. I do. Some people don't think it, but I do. Along here. Now, this wouldn't have to be an in-use cover. An in-use cover is like a bubble cover. You can plug stuff in and close it. But this patio, this portico, if you will, it's a little, you know, it's guarded. So I think most code inspectors would say this cover would be fine. I'm not getting any power. Did GFCI trip on that other one? Was I just looking at some sun? I'll go look at it. I need to go take a couple more pictures. The garage casement is not supposed to be side casement, garage car entry side casement, vertical. Not supposed to be in direct contact with the garage, with the cement, with the garage floor, with the driveway. Because capillary action. This wood's in direct contact with it. There's cement's wet. Capillary action. It moves on up. It moves on up. It comes on in there. And then it causes it to rot. As much rot as we've been finding. Yeah, it's a little soft. Not really, though. It's a little soft. Let's try the other one. But while we're here, rain gutters are not supposed to drain right directly onto the shingles. They're not. So, no weep holes over the garage lintel, garage car entry lintel. And the casement's in direct contact with the that one's in better shape than the other one. We've got negative drainage here. Water's coming down towards the house. Down towards the house. This is the exterior faucet. One thing these faucets don't have, it just occurred to me. Some of our rain gutters are above grade, some of them below grade. It just occurred to me, I'm not seeing anti-siphon devices. No, vacuum breakers. I see vacuum breakers. And when we were talking about the windows earlier, these garage windows, that's not a 2% drop. It's not a 2% drop. So this window will not shed water as fast as the others. And brick is porous. So, you know, over time, more moisture is going to collect in this wall than it should. On sprinkler heads, and that's supposed to be closer than 12 inches to the structure. These are the main cleanouts. We're missing a cleanout cap. Main cleanouts for your sewer system. Excuse me. We've got negative drainage. The water comes down to the house. Now, hopefully it moves around that way. Hopefully it moves around this way. If it moves around this way, though, it doesn't really have a lot of encouragement to finally meander over in that direction. That yard should be sculpted a little differently on that corner to help move it on around the property line. This soil is high right in here. This is too close. You're supposed to have about 4 inches is what code says. Most home inspectors say 6 inches, and I think the Structural Pest Control Board says 6 inches. I can't remember what they say exactly. I know that you can't go wrong with 4. I know that you can't go wrong with 4. So, and the cleanup cap's missing. This piping right here. This piping is for the lawn sprinkler controls. And I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the roof quite yet, video-wise. So this being the north slope, you see all this algae? That algae doesn't happen overnight. That's not good for the roof regardless. But this is probably original to the house. And what, the house is, 11 years old? Well, roof coverings last about 14. That's about how long they last. Now, you can't condemn it just because it's an old man, but, you know, by the way, your insurance company's probably going to want to know. Got a lease right here. You take an older roof, like 11 years old, like 14 years old, sometimes the only insurance you can get would be ACV insurance. I don't do insurance inspections. But ACV insurance, I do know this, it's actual cash value, it's not replacement insurance. So, if you take an older roof like this, and the best policy you can get is ACV, it comes time to replace the roof, whether it's from a hailstorm. Hailstorm doesn't automatically make it actual cash value. It doesn't make it replacement value. Your insurance policy is your insurance policy. So, if you're getting, on this house, if you were to get a actual cash value insurance policy, they would prorate it, just like when you buy car batteries, they'd prorate it, and, you know, they'd throw a few bucks at it, you know, beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. They'll throw a little bit of money at it, but you're not getting a new roof, you're paying for a new roof, with a little bit of help from the insurance company. Moving on along. Coming in here, one thing I've noticed, say the good things that you get. Look at all that mold up there. I can't say mold. I'm not a microbiologist or a botanologist or a biologist. I'm no kind of gist. I'm a jester. But, okay, we've definitely got some moisture issues, and we've definitely got probably some ventilation issues. Something's happening up here. Where am I? What'd I do with you? Something's happening up here. Another thing is, if you look at the corner, the shingles, they come over the edge. You'll notice a little strip of metal that goes around the roof perimeter. Okay? It's edge flashing. Rake edge, drip edge, but it's edge flashing. And it's not supposed to lap. Where am I at? That flashing. And it's not supposed to lap less than 2 inches. And that's less than 2 inches. I thought I saw some other areas. It's pretty common. I hunt for them pretty regular. But it's not supposed to, not more than 2 inches. A tree shouldn't be closer to the structure than 25 feet. And there it is. It shouldn't be. Now we have a surface drain over here. We definitely have a drainage problem. This water's been coming down. Somebody's been dealing with it. That's a good thing. I mean, better than not dealing with it, right? So satellite dishes. Again, not knowing exactly how I'm going to handle the roof yet. Figuring this out. Satellite dishes should not be attached directly to the roof covering. They make special jigs for that, models for that. I say they make them. I've seen a picture of one. I've never seen one in the wild. I've never seen one in real life. But they're supposed to make them. They're supposed to make them. This is gas. It's entering the south side of the garage. See, that was on the wall, but I guess the tree got too big. Okay, this should be sealed around here a little bit. The meter should be sealed on 3 sides. This is the main service disconnect. This is the door latch right here. So that's kind of a little bit on the funky side. A bit on the funky side. So we're going to get in here. We're going to explore this. It's a separate video. We got wood rot on the fence right in here. I'll get down there and bang on it a little bit. And that crack on the other side of the fence, where we started the video, it doesn't seem to go on this side. So, I mean, that's a good thing. We don't want more cracks. This is the grounding rod. Anyway, another video. I think this one went on for a while. And I certainly do appreciate your patience.